I said I didn't realise Craig actually knew how to edit this stuff.
Oh, you would be surprised. You would be surprised.
Edit is in inverted commas. Depends what mood he's in, really.
Oh, all the shit stays in.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Welcome to Planet Marzipan Podcast,
your fish and Marillion podcast,
where we talk about all things in the planet of Marillion and fish. I'm Mezza, and here's my mate,
Craig Houston.
Do you want me to do the intro on this one?
Well, you might be. Yeah, go on then.
Hello and welcome to Planet Marzipan. Guess what? I'm doing the intro.
Hello.
Yay! I'm Craig. And I'm here with my mate
Mezza.
Hey, there we go. Go for it.
Special episode. We've never done this before. This is a just for the record episode. Cue lots of people switching off.
Yeah, I'm off. See you later. Have fun. Enjoy.
I talk about some records, and we've got two newbies on the pod today. We welcome Kieron Buxton.
Evening.
Hiya. And Seamus Colgan.
What's the crack?
Hello, mate.
Go on, you should say friends of the pod to begin with.
Well, yes.
Acquaintance. I'm not.
Craig, have you had those badges made yet? No.
No, not yet. The rusty sheriff's badges are going to turn up.
I'll wear mine with pride. And only if you give Paul McMillan one as well, please.
He definitely deserves one.
Well, these guys are joining us because we are here to talk about the first three vinyl releases on Racket Records, which were released in March, I think, just in time for the weekends.
Time for them to sell out in 10 minutes in Port Zelande.
Yeah. We're going to talk about lots of other stuff, though, vinyl record related, I'm sure. But because we've got newbies on the pod, we start off by asking the question, how did you get into Marillion? And I'm going to come to Kieron first.
So mine was, I was working in a hotel and we used to have the radio on all the time. And I was already a Pink Floyd kind of fan. I like that kind of style of guitar playing, and I heard either Kaylee or Lavender playing, and the chef I was working with told me who they were and lent me the tape, and I went away and listened to Misplaced Childhood. And at the time, I think Clutching at Straws might have just come out as well, so I went back and listened to that and thought, oh, they're playing Wembley, I can go there. Decided not to go there because I was only 16,
right?
And it was a long way to go on my own. I didn't have any other friends who were Marillion fans. So I didn't go, thinking I'll go and see him on the next tour. And then there wasn't a next tour for Fish. And I was heartbroken. But Marillion just became Rob-Very's guitar, which is just the most amazing sound ever.
Yeah.
And Fish's lyrics at the time and the whole Mark Wilkinson artwork and the band. And I just fell in love with it. It was the first band that I think I'd ever liked in that kind of way. I'd been to see Queen already. I was into kind of rock music anyway, very much the 80s kind of Bon Jovi, Europe, that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, they were amazing. And then Thieving Magpie came out. I'd already bought B-sides themselves and gone backwards to do. The first time I got to listen to Assassins, I was just like, this is just totally for me. And then they announced Steve Hogarth taking over as singer. And I'd seen, I think Huxley and you had already come out and listened to that. I thought, oh, great, that's pop.
Pop?
Yeah, pop. But it wasn't Fish era.
No.
It was a bit. I watched him at Leicester on the TV on Channel 4. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
Rocksteady, yeah.
And then I saw him at Manchester Apollo in '89 on the season's end. And I saw Fish there the next year, at the beginning of the year in '90. And both of them, I've just followed them for the rest of the career. I've never really, through all my ups and downs in my life, I can chart my whole life through them. I've never really come away from. And there's been certain albums that haven't done it for me in the same way.
Yeah.
But there's always at least one or two songs. And then by the time I've listened to it 3 or 4 times and I've seen them live and played them live, it's just, yeah, I love him. And I apologise to everybody for Nathan. He is my fault.
I will love him.
Say that now. You can't edit that out. You're going to have to leave it in there.
No, that's staying. There's no,
I love him.
You don't need to apologise to Nathan, for Nathan.
I love him to bits, but yeah, he carried.
How do you feel about the fact that he loves your favourite band now?
We've spoken about this, so you know that I struggled with it in the beginning.
Yes.
That he very much just fitted in, like he'd always been a fan, and I've always struggled with that kind of thing. So yeah, there was maybe a little bit of jealousy, which is something I don't experience very often. But no, I love it now, and I've loved it for years. The way him and Luke and them would just join in, and I've got to go with him, and he's calmed down a little bit now because he used to be like a Springer Spaniel. And if you were trying to,
we remember when he was a teenager.
Yeah, no,
I remember going to see Frost in Derby, and I think you'd asked us to look after him. He was there on his own, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he was so excited. It was a freezing night. I mean, ironically, going to see Frost, it was -16 when we came out the gig. You couldn't walk down the street without falling on your ass. It was really incredible gig, very memorable though.
He used to get so upset that we were going to go and see Marillion, and he couldn't go because he was under. Well, he can't have even been 14 at the time. And I know when we took him to Port Zealand for the first time. That, yeah, but they were really well behaved, both of them, even JP. And JP sings along to all the songs when he hears them.
Yeah.
And he'll hate me saying that. He won't listen to this anyway, so it won't make any difference.
We're all right. We're all right. Okay.
Nath will. And I haven't told Nath, by the way.
We're not.
No, God, no.
Okay. And let's get it out there. You are a collector, aren't you?
I don't like to have gaps. So I like to fill my slots.
Wait.
Well, there you go. You're in the right place.
First innuendo of the evening.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, I mean, Marillion have their own cupboard.
Well, sure they do, yeah.
There is that much, and that's just the vinyl side of it. All the box sets are on top of the cupboard because, I mean, both the kids have left home, and I still don't have enough space for music.
Okay. Well, welcome, and you're in the right place. You're amongst friends. Seamus, how did you get into Marillion?
Oh, it's a bit of a different story for me. I remember Incommunicado being on Top of the Pops, thinking, "Hey, that's cool." Then I remember reading, "Oh, the singer's left," and okay, that's a pity. And then I read, "Oh, there's a new singer," and Hooks and You came out, and I bought it just out of a hunch. I bought the single. I thought it was great. So back then, I was into all sorts of stuff, from U2 to Queen, even a little bit of Bon Jovi and some other kind of all of that kind of malarkey, and but primarily U2 and Bowie would have been my favorites back then.
Yeah.
So I bought Hooks and You, I bought Uninvited Guests, I bought Easter, I bought Season's End. I thought they were great. And Season's End would probably still be my favorite album. Oldies and Eden came out. I bought it. Thought it was pretty cool. A bit poppy in parts, a bit proggy in parts. Brave came out. I think I bought the first single, and then I got distracted.
Wow.
I got distracted. Electronic music, being a student, living life.
Yeah.
Belfast, then Scotland. Completely forgot about Marillion. Completely went away from my vision, that I didn't know anything about them. I remember reading a live review when I'd moved to Germany about a gig from the Fear Tour, and it was very positive. Oh yeah, Marillion, they're still around. Didn't do anything about it, but and then a certain thing came around called lockdown. What do you do in lockdown? YouTube, music, and deep diving. I was getting into prog, watching Genesis videos on YouTube, and the way YouTube is, you like this, you might like that. And it was Easter at the Royal Albert Hall. I was gobsmacked. I was shocked I couldn't believe it. I started crying. It was an emotional time anyway, being away from Ireland, being everything, and the memories just came rushing back because I loved Easter at the time. It's about my home, you know. So inside of the about 2 years, I bought everything. I bought everything. I sing. I started listening to H's podcast. Was following the recording of An Hour Before Dark. It's dark the whole time leading up to it. Went to my first Marillion gig. That was in Berlin, at the Tempodrome. Was with my wife. Didn't know anybody. Loved it, but just before the gig started, they actually gave out the dates for the first Berlin weekend. So before the gig started, I bought the tickets for my wife and myself to go to Berlin. Met my first few Marillion friends, fans who become my best mates now. I met Paul McMillan.
Yeah.
I met my good mate Stefan Michael, who's one of our close network of Marillion fans here. And during that gig, H sung a song for me. It was Easter, which kind of just knocked me out. It was quite funny. Paul McMillan and Debbie they were the song beforehand was for them because it was a wedding anniversary, and then after the gig I bumped into Paul, and that was the start of a lovely friendship. We'd seen each other this time around in Berlin. So I would say I have every studio album apart from one. You know which one I don't have?
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, less is more.
Yeah, that's the only one I do not have. Because the prices are just really too high. I've all the singles. I think the only one I don't have is the single they released for Record Store Day a bunch of years ago.
What, You're Gone
Yeah.
or Grendel?
No. Okay, them two. That's all I don't have.
Sorry, I'll stop talking.
we won't get them out the cupboard then.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm like Kieron. I'm a huge vinyl collector. I have about 3,000 records here. I could do with more space, and I seem to keep on finding stuff to buy, especially from Marillion. Some of my mates have practically every copy of Misplaced Childhood and whatever else they can find, different pressings. I'm not like that. I'm happy if I've got one.
Yeah.
And I'm the same there. So other than the box sets, I've got my original Misplaced Childhood, and I've got the box set, and that's all I own of that. Because otherwise it gets silly.
So you've not ordered the Warner's picture discs?
No, it's my birthday on Monday. I've got no idea. See what happens.
Well, it's not out yet, so they can't give you it. They might give you the order.
No. I think I've got Mr. Chuckle Pants coming off Nathan.
Which one?
The half speed. Is it Hand Cannot
Hand Cannot Erase Splatter?
Yeah.
Again, I don't think that's out yet, so it'll just.
No, I know it'll be afterwards. I know, but
it looks nice. It looks nice.
It does look really nice.
Well, look, welcome both of you. You're in the right place.
Thanks for having us. The only records of Marillion I have dual copies of would be An Hour Before It's Dark. I've got 3 copies of it. And Season's End, 3 copies.
I've got different versions where they're like, so I've got the picture disc of Season's End, I've got the box set, I've got the original one. I think I've got 2 of Fear because of the Record Store Day Gold release, which I've never.
I've never opened it, so
no, it's still sick.
My question was, what does it sound like?
I don't know.
Oh God!
I've never opened it. Don't know.
I don't believe in that. I open it and I play it.
Well, each to their own.
I know.
And
you've just bought a CD player, haven't you?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a good second-hand one, but I still haven't bought any. I was going to order one, one of the deluxe box sets, but I chickened out.
got more. The CD box sets have got more in them, more music in them.
I know.
And the Blu-rays with the deluxes are great.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this again though. They should put a copy of the Blu-ray in with the vinyl,
Yeah.
because then I
Yeah.
don't have to buy both, and I do buy both, and I wouldn't
Well,
have to.
as long as you keep buying both, they won't do that then,
No,
will
I
they?
know.
Eventually,
It's a
Mr. Hackett caved in and put a Blu-ray in with the CDs, but you know,
I've not bought the Lamb Lies Down on Broadway live one for
I'm getting it for my birthday, but
just
yeah.
because of the price. The
What?
price for the vinyl was
Oh, not by the vinyl's 70 quid.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a vinyl. No.
That's
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to Marillion. Craig, talk about vinyl records.
Well, these three are that we're talking about are the first releases of. Well, it's not exactly. It's some back catalogue and some recent, which aren't through Adele. They're actually being printed by Marillion themselves.
Well, they're being pressed
And-
in the UK by an
Yeah.
independent pressing plant.
Yes, I think originally they had looked at who Fish was getting theirs through at Seabass, but they went for somebody I think closer to home rather than up in the Scottish borders. So the first three releases we have are
Racket LP1 is
Afraid of Sunlight Live 2003, which we just talked about in last week's episode. Didn't we, John? Because you two haven't heard it yet.
well, I don't think you should say that either because we haven't recorded it yet, though.
Timey-wimey, come on.
Yes, we've talked about it, Craig. It was a great episode.
Yes.
Well,
And then your next one is Racket 2 is Piss Up in a Brewery from. Now, that was originally a web Christmas CD before it came out on DVD, wasn't it?
it was a web Christmas CD, and it was also a CD in the Front Row Club.
Mm. And then the DVD came out, was it around about 2000, 2001?
The gig was November 2000, so it must be 2001 at least. The
Yeah, 2001, 2002. It's a
Correct me.
really good set.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not on the space yet, is it?
The gig,
Mm-hmm.
possibly, Seamus. I'm ashamed to say that neither Craig or I have a membership of the space.
Because
Tim,
we've got
you're
all the
listening?
DVDs.
Tim, if you're listening, would be handy to be able to talk about it. But you know, if you feel the need, if you're not
Anything
listening,
for a
Tim, that's
freebie.
waste.
And then the next release is The Remains of the Weekend. Is
Friday.
it Friday night?
Friday.
Now, as we're recording this on Thursday, the 17th of July, earlier on this week, they released this to the streaming services. So the Friday night is actually available now on Spotify and Amazon Music and all of those general shenanigans places.
Right. I just want to talk to the boys a little bit about these releases, about the quality of them, about how they're packaged as well. So, Craig, you haven't got these, have you?
No, I shall sit quietly and look pretty.
Okay. Just stroke your cats for a minute.
She's not here, she's buggered off.
Okay. She doesn't do vinyl either, does she?
She doesn't.
Boys, what do you think of the first album, Afraid of Sunlight Live 2003?
Okay, let me start by saying I don't own the deluxe version of the studio album, so this is my first live recording of the whole album from start to finish. I found it it's a very punky, rowdy, energetic concert. I enjoyed the recording. Particularly enjoyed the second half. Beyond You and King they sound absolutely fantastic. Gorgeous live version of Faith, and Easter is my favorite Marillion song. So I need as many versions of that as I can.
Oh,
get.
there are quite a lot to collect. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. You'll never
Yeah.
get them all. Like
Yeah.
Pokemon versions of Easter.
Well, there's a few things that I miss. First thing is the paper inner sleeves on this one, which which I would suggest in future that they maybe use polyline sleeves.
Do you think that just stepping back a little bit? What do you think of the overall packaging, the front sleeve and the back sleeve?
Okay, so I like the cover. I like the back cover. The gatefold image is good. It's not particularly high quality, but it gives a good indication of how energetic the concert was. H is jumping in the background. Pete, you can see Pete. You can't really see much of the other guys in the band. You can just about see Steve. Mark and Ian are nowhere to be seen.
Can you just hold it up for Craig's benefit?
So can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's an okay photo.
I mean, that
Well-
photo makes the stage look massive, and we know it wasn't, was it, Craig?
It was quite. The stage was quite wide, but it wasn't
Quite
very deep
wide,
as
yeah, but
it-
not
it-
very
but
deep. It's quite a dramatic photo.
So
Yeah,
that's the first Butlins, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good, and the back it's informative. Another thing that I'm missing is because I wasn't there and because I wasn't a fan at the time. But I know, or I understood from my mate Paul that this was for a Guinness Book of Records.
This is
DVD, yeah.
what's on here is the soundtrack of Before First Light DVD.
yeah.
This is the point. You can hear it on the recording. H talks about them ending it there,
Mhm.
so they could then take the tapes off to start duplication somewhere else, and then they played the rest of the gig.
So it would be nice just to have like one or two sentences explaining what was going on. You know why this recording is significant and why it's important.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. Other words. Let me see. I like the inner label.
Yeah.
I'll just take out. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Regards to the quality of the recording, very clean. I didn't need to clean it. I didn't need to brush it. There was no dust on it. There was no pops, no clicks, no distortion. I think it's a good recording.
Okay, we're going to
Personally-
come in here because we're going to disagree with you, Seamus.
Yeah,
Wasn't the recording done by Dave Megan?
I don't know. I have to read the back of it.
I think so. Yes, it was Dave.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't H talk about him being off in the van or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So other than that, personally I was blown away from the power of the recording and the guys seem to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
I didn't have any major issues with the recording itself, with the pressing. I think the mastering is good.
So you hadn't heard this until you got this record?
Correct.
Okay.
I never heard it until I came back from
So
Berlin.
you need to get onto the space to watch the concert because the concert itself is absolutely fantastic. It's really good fun, and there's such
Yeah.
energy in the
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
set with it. It's definitely worth.
Well,
Definitely.
that's a great overview, Seamus. And I got you off the subject of the paper in the sleeves so that Kieron can talk about it. Kieron, what do you make of this?
So side one, when I was listening last night, H's voice doesn't sound brilliant on it. There was just something wrong with side one. So maybe it's just a pressing on side 1 and 2 on mine, but side 3 and 4 were fantastic. Really enjoyed them. They were playing very loud. Like I said to you, I switched the speakers around because I thought maybe it was because I was splitting it between the 5 speakers and not just the 2. Yeah, it's unusual because normally this stuff is so nice, and the other 2 are beautiful.
I think the looking at the track list, you've got 3 tracks per side on side 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then when you get to side 3 and 4, you just got 2 tracks. So there's obviously deeper grooves, more space for the.
It could be that.
True.
Could be as simple as that. Like I said, I thought I had some dust and stuff building up under the needle, which under the stylus, but it wasn't that because that's normally that kind of distortion. But we will go to the paper sleeves thing because I've got lots of experience with vinyl, and it's like a krypton factor to try and get them back in, and especially on the triple one, which we'll come to in a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, something that slides in and out a lot easier would be greatly appreciated.
They're a little bit snug, that's
Yes.
all. I mean, I would have to say, I agree with you on side one. I think there's a lot going on, and the definition isn't quite there on side one. Side two onwards for me is fine. It doesn't take anything away from the recording, I don't think.
No, I mean, Beautiful is such a nice song, and it's so kind of mellow anyway that I think you pick it out easier when it doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah.
So have we got this on DVD?
Yeah, it's before First Light.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's
I was gonna say,
also
I've got it on DVD.
It's also on
Racket
Breaking Records,
Yeah.
Blu-ray, yeah.
Like I say, so
Just
I
upscale.
can't say I've ever noticed it on those recordings. When I've watched it, I can't say I've ever noticed there was anything. So it has to be something with the pressing.
Okay. But Seamus doesn't have this at all, so
No.
No, I'm okay. It could be your system. I'm using a Racket P3 and Orthophone 2 Black.
I'm still on Kenwood separates from the 80s.
Okay. I've got a nice turntable, and I've got nice speakers, and I've got a lovely vintage amplifier. My system is really just for vinyl.
Yeah.
I'm comparing it to the other two that we're going to talk about. And side one isn't quite as sharp as everything else that we're going to talk about here.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with the other two.
There's quite a lot going on side one as well.
There is, and it's Cannibal Surf Babe for me.
Yeah.
It's worse because there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. I agree.
I maybe need to go back and listen to the CD or the DVD and see if it's there. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't help that I've been on record many times saying that the first half of A Fade of Sunlight for me isn't as good as the second half, but I think that's because the second half is so good. Okay. Sunlight, but that's the only reason. The first side is okay, and they're nice songs, but the second half is a level above.
The other thing worth saying about the vinyl is it's 180. It feels 180, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's heavyweight vinyl.
The cover's nice and sturdy as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know, they didn't save money there. As I say, the front cover image it looks great. I think I'm happy with that.
They've not been in the cupboard yet. They've not been in the Marillion cupboard because I've got to take something else out of there to put these in.
Okay.
Make space.
Yeah, something like Transatlantic's coming out.
Whoa!
Oh,
well, yeah, but there's got to be something's got to come out.
Steady.
Be careful.
Edison's Children. That's what you take out.
I've never bought those.
Let's gloss over you never buying Edison's Children.
No.
To release 2, which is Racket LP02, which is A Piss Up in a Brewery, live at the Bass Brewery on the 16th and 17th of November 2000. Actually,
and the set list for this
it says it was recorded on Friday on the back. Sorry.
So the set list for this is actually quite good, isn't it?
It's really good. It's really good. And this is the only one, according to the back sleeve, that's actually been remixed for the vinyl.
Yeah.
So Mike Hunter has remixed this with a vinyl pressing in mind.
It never happened, John. They never played Burton on Trent whilst I was living there. I've got no idea what anyone's talking about.
In denial.
This has got the infamous first half of Cinderella search.
It has. Hasn't it? And it's got Stephanie.
We can't say that name because Mark Kennedy would murder us if we actually finished that sentence.
Toby Jones.
Yeah, that's the real answer, Seamus. That's not what he was going to say, though.
Right.
Again, for off podcast. It's for off podcast, that one.
This
is a lovely lady.
Essential. This is bloody essential.
Yeah.
This is the best of the three, I think. It really benefits from the remix that Mike's done. The clarity on these discs is just phenomenal. It's the same 180 type pressing as the others and thick card sleeve. Unfortunately, it's got the paper inners again, but the set list is great. I mean,
you even get to see the band.
You do.
True. You do.
And that's not. It's not a big venue either.
But this image is very pixely. It's not great quality.
That's probably taken from the live stream, which is what the DVD came from.
Yeah. Now that's one of my few issues about this LP. Why did they not go down the road of taking doing like a collage, maybe fan photos, different pictures from the gig, and just like you had in those classic Iron Maiden and Thin Lizzy live albums, a lovely collage in the back with 4 or 5 sentences and lots of different images. It's a lovely photograph, but it's just not particularly high quality.
Okay.
Yeah, that's personally my only gripe, other than the paper sleeves.
Well, I mean, I think Mark's done a cracking job with the packaging of these.
Yeah.
The photos aside, that photo in the middle aside, I think these look really, really nice and really professional.
Cover's brilliant. Front cover's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing as well. I mean, the set list is brilliant.
Have you got the set list, Craig?
Yeah.
Go on, go for it.
So go for it. Opens with Go, and then After Me, Alone Again, and Lap Luxury. The Space, A Collection, Beautiful, Afraid of Sunrise, Sympathy, Number One, Dry Land, Sugar Mice, Gazpacho, 80 Days, The Answering Machine, How Will You Go? Cover
No,
versions.
we ain't got all that. No. Let's start again. You're reading out the concert. We ain't got all that.
Okay.
It's an hour version. This.
Where does the vinyl?
It's side one is Go, After Me, and Lap of Luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Side
Then
two is
Space.
Cinderella Search, The Space, A Collection, and Sympathy. Side three is Number One, Dry Land and Gazpacho, and side four is How Will You Go and Cannibal Surf Babe.
So yeah, so there's songs missing from the set list. There you go.
Yes, but this is what was on the CD, so we never got the full set list on the CD.
Yeah, because it was it was Christmas CD. It was one CD version. When they did the re-release, was it only a one CD version on Front Row Club?
Yes.
Does that mean, guys, that the other songs were not recorded?
No, they're on the.
They're on the DVD.
Yeah.
Because on side 4, there's a lot of space on the vinyl. There's space for at least 2 tracks.
But again, I think they've just taken what was released on the CD.
Understand.
To issue it on vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I mean, Kieron agrees. You agree with the sound of this, don't you, Seamus?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. I really was impressed with How Will You Go. It's a really good version.
Mm-hmm.
And the backing vocals, the guys they sound great. I'm assuming Pete's singing quite a bit in this as well, because it can't just be Mark.
Turned it up as well, yeah.
Yeah, you can really hear Pete's voice. Another highlight is Cannibal Surf Babe with a really bluesy intro, and then you've got Gazpacho is kind of like, it's got this Mexican kind of
it's like a mariachi band, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really, really nice. It's a lot of fun. It's a side of the band I haven't heard live. I think, are these arrangements unique to this recording?
I think some of the arrangements were first from the walls.
The walls, well, like the Space is the walls version, the walls arrangement, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
I of the 3, this is definitely recommended.
Especially Dry Land was another big surprise. You know, the cello was so prominent in the recording. It's really, really good. It's a completely different look at a lot of songs, and especially for a new kind of fan like me. I haven't heard these things before. It's great.
I always had a soft spot for Number One when Number One was released as the B-side. Is it the B-side or is it just on the bonus?
No, it's just on the bonus disc. Yeah.
I always thought that was a lovely song.
Yeah. Again, the labels on this one are really well done.
Yep.
They've got the mock. Seamus is just getting them out to show Craig. Yeah, They've got almost like a mock, is it beer mat type design?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the label for the beer label. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we bit Moddy as well. We bit kind of like Style Council,
Yeah, I can
the
see that.
Jam, the Who kind of. Yeah, it's really, really cool. That's the better label. That wins definitely. It's really, really cool. The bass sounds great. You can really hear.
Absolutely. It's got a real
You can hear
depth to
Pete.
it, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You can hear Pete. Pete seems to be one of the stars of that recording because he's very prominent. I sometimes find in some of the other, maybe the new recordings, you kind of miss Pete sometimes, and it's when you actually see them live. For me personally, you pick up more of Pete.
Yeah.
I think
I
when
mean,
you see him live, it's easier to see what Pete does
it is.
because
I mean, the other side of this, which again is an area that Craig doesn't do, the surround mixes really show Pete up. The surround mixes really sort of show how much Pete is part of the overall sound and what he's up to. All those little runs and he's an incredible musician.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, John, his backing vocals are really upfront. And I understand that Mark sings more often, and you hear Mark's vocals quite often in recordings, and Pete seemed to sometimes be in the background, but he's got a good voice, and it sounds good. The three of them harmonizing a little bit with each other, particularly on the cover version of the Crowded House song, which is really lovely.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think we all agree that this is a recommended release on vinyl.
yeah, if you like Marillion and you like vinyl, it should be in your collection.
Yeah.
And then the third release, Racket LP 03, is The Remains of the Weekend, Friday night. This is a triple vinyl. Seamus, what do you make of this?
Good recording. My copy is actually at my parents' house. It just arrived today.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've spoke to some of my mates and they're all very happy with the recording. They would have liked a gatefold. That was one of the things.
Yeah.
It is a gatefold.
It's a gatefold, yeah.
It is, yeah, maybe a trifold.
Oh, right,
yeah. I think the only issue for me is I can't get all three back into the sleeve, so I have one in the middle. I have one in either side, and the middle disc in between the gatefold.
I think if I change the sleeves, then because they're all in the right places.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit snug, and then it makes it look a bit big. And mine got a little bit damaged in the post because this was I ordered this one from Racket, and the other two I got from Leicester.
I have to say, Racket, the way Racket package is incredible. I'm surprised you got a damaged one.
My postman. I'm not blaming Racket in the slightest.
He doesn't like Marillion.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the amount I ordered from me.
All right, yeah. Not another one.
Yeah.
I think it's a great recording, despite the fact it starts with Eldorado.
It's such a good song, John. Such a good song.
Is it? Is it?
No, yeah, it is. John, Fear was the album that convinced me to really take it serious.
I'm glad you enjoy it, Seamus.
I love Fear.
Actually, I've got to say, I listened to this out walking the other morning when it dropped on Spotify, and I think that's the first time I've listened to the words of Eldorado properly, and it's more interesting than I thought it was. I will say it's one of those songs that I've heard but not listened to.
There are lots of fans of Eldorado.
Yep.
You're just not talking to one right now. Okay.
No, I know that.
So,
But this is an album, the whole set, and I didn't get to come and see this because I'd missed a couple of Port Zealands whilst I was doing other things. But the set's amazing.
Yeah, so you open with Eldorado, then you got This Train Is My Life, The Party, One Fine Day, Fantastic Place, which is your first LP. Then your second LP is No One Can, Dry Land, Warm Wet Circles and The Levers. And LP3 is 3 Minute Boy and This Strange Engine.
You've changed tack now. You started looking at the vinyl online.
Yeah, well, but is there actually something missing from from this.
No,
episode.
but 3 Minute Boy gets a side to itself, which, you know.
That's because nobody will stop screaming.
Well, it's there's got to be a payoff to get a gig this long on 3 vinyl, aren't there? So, I think it's a great recording, and El Dorado does sound good on here as well, I have to say. It's a lovely recording. It's not my favourite set of the weekend, as we've talked about. I'm crossing my fingers that that's going to be in the next batch.
Is that the Sunday night?
Sunday night is an amazing set for me. I love that.
Yeah, because Sunday night's got she's older than me.
Yeah.
What?
I would imagine it.
That was my highlight from Berlin.
But then that was a discovered gem for me when we had to go back and do Essence and Hard Shoulder.
Was it?
Yeah, because those 3 songs, I said it, those 3 songs on that particular side, I don't think I'd ever heard properly. And I sat here and listened to them and I was just like, oh, wow. I've just found New Marillion stuff that's been around for ages.
Yeah, well, we've kind of done that. We've talked about that across the pods, you know, some of the Fish albums we're rediscovering, and some of the middle period Marillion albums, I tend to play live, so I don't really go back and pull them out. But
well, I'm waiting for August the 1st for my Townsend stuff to come, because I filled in a load of gaps in my Fish stuff.
What have you ordered?
Some of the remasters and the last Visuals End, because we were there, so I thought I'd better have it.
Yeah.
And the pricing on the Townsend stuff's actually really good.
It was £17 when you consider that people are selling them for £50 on eBay.
But yeah, the deluxe Vigil and the deluxe
I have
of Intern,
37 quid.
A really good value. So
get
them while they're hot.
But it's not. We want to stress
an official store.
It's not the official fish shop.
There's no such thing anymore.
Actually, no, it is. It's the official fish shop now. Everybody should go there. Everyone should buy stuff on there. Fish endorses it.
No.
He's not going to listen to this, John, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Derek, send your emails to Kieron Buxton, care of Planet Marzipan.
Yes, if he'd like to comment, he can come on your pod and he can comment on the pod.
He's not listening and can't get him on, folks. We've asked, but he's not coming on.
Have you noticed I've been quiet?
Yeah. Stay out of it, Seamus. Yeah. The way to go, mate. You don't want him on your bad side. I think the prices of these, the triple vinyl on Racket is £35.
Yes.
And the doubles are £30.
John, Helen's listening. They were all £10.
Oh, sorry. They're all reduced to 10. 3 for £12. No. I think they're a really good price. They could have, if you compare, how much was the how before it started live in Port Zealand through Adele? That was more than 35 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't much more than that though.
But it was more.
Yeah. It's really weird because some of the stuff on eBay is just, you can pick so much Marillion stuff up of the what I think is a really good stuff for really nice prices nowadays. But you should always go to Racket, buy from Racket.
Yes.
Well,
anyhow, are we giving it a big thumbs up then, these 3 releases?
Yes. And I hope there's many more to come.
Okay,
I love the design of the live album.
Yes.
Because it kind of follows on from the same kind of design principle as the first one, but we need the third one.
Sunday, yes, definitely.
It looks great, Mark. We like the design, mate.
There's not a lot of chance of the third one not coming, is there?
Well, there
is. As long as there's a good...
If they don't do any more...
recording of it, we'll get the Sunday night.
Now, I think Mark Kennedy went online the other week and asked for suggestions for future vinyl releases on Racket. So I thought I'd ask you what you'd like to see.
Who wants to go first?
Seamus has got a long list. I'm going to ask Craig. Craig, is there anything you think would be good on vinyl?
What I think would be good on vinyl? I think it would be interesting for them to do the Brave 2002 live, because I know that, John, is one of your favourite versions.
It is.
Of it.
It is. It's a great version.
And I think it would fit nicely. And just recently rewatching the DVD of it and listening to the soundtrack of it, it's a really good recording for being in a Pontin's holiday camp. You know,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
I think Dave Meegan recorded that as well.
right.
So I think fans would enjoy that.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, I think
You buy
singles
any of
night.
them?
Yeah, I think singles night would be good.
Okay.
I think that's a great set list. Because that didn't come out on vinyl at all. But they're two of the ones that I think would be interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Seamus, I'm coming to you last because you've got a prepared list.
So I'd
Have
like
it.
You're ready to go.
music.
Kieron, what would you like? Sorry? Popular
I'd like-
music?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a great recording. I like that. I like the concert. So yeah, I think definitely that.
The only thing that might be against popular music is they're all long tracks, aren't they? So it might be difficult with maximum time per side.
How long are they?
Yeah, I mean, if you think the Friday night is 3 songs over the last 3 sides, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've
It
got all
starts
the
with a few
biggies
words
on
from
there, haven't
text,
you?
so yeah, there might be that.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I'm going to go before Seamus. We're coming to Seamus.
You know, no, I was going to say Kieran might change his mind when he builds that new shelf.
Yes, yes. When he gets his new Kallax from IKEA.
You can't see the look I'm getting here.
Sturdy things, these Kallaxes are lovely.
Do you know what? We've got a spare bedroom upstairs. No, we haven't. Sorry.
For council tax purposes, you don't have that. I understand.
No.
I would like to see. I would like to see Unplugged at the Walls.
Yes.
Because it would be, for me, it would be as good as a piss up in a brewery. I think some of the stuff on Unplugged at the Walls is just amazing. Another one I'd like to see, but I don't know whether they can get clearance on it, would be Friends from the Friends and Family.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Friends would be great. The covers night was just brilliant.
The covers night is one of the best gigs I've ever been to, and I'm still scarred from Toxic. I think
Well, yes, we all are. You know, nobody needs to see that again. But thankfully, on vinyl, it's audio only, so we wouldn't have that trouble.
You know, that'll be the picture on either the cover or the gatefold. It'll just be that, won't it?
Somebody's photographed from underneath him. Yeah.
Oh,
And I think Seamus, you probably haven't heard that, have you?
No,
Friends
somebody
and
please
Family.
send me a photograph.
Okay. Right, Seamus, you've done your
Okay.
homework. What's on your list?
So guys, I have a bunch of mates and we're all into Marillion, we're all into vinyl, and we buy as much as we can. So obviously, Bioscope, I know John, you've already got it on CD. I waited and pre-ordered the vinyl. So that's coming in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to have a copy of Ice Cream Genius.
Yes.
We all hope it's going to come out this year.
I believe that is being
New
worked
year,
on,
isn't it?
and that'll be coming out through Adele, I think.
Yeah.
In the new
Yeah.
year.
Okay. Another one that H has been discussing, and it's already been released in CD and in Blu-ray, is the SPQR, which I believe is a wonderful recording.
It is a brilliant gig. Absolutely
Seamus.
fantastic.
Have you not got the Blu-ray, Seamus?
Not yet.
Get the
Oh,
Blu-ray, mate.
it's-
It's
yeah.
absolutely wonderful. It really is.
Yeah, I almost bought it when I ordered my.
you just need to
I-
start working Saturdays and Sundays, Seamus. Take another job. That's all it is. Go on, the band need a new gazebo or something in the garden. They need us to.
Definitely. So another thing I was thinking about was see all these making of CDs.
Yeah.
I know you all love them. I don't have them because I don't buy CDs. But how about doing something like a best of?
The only problem with that is there's so much stuff on them. What would you put on? I mean, James, we could. I don't know whether the band would ever put it out on vinyl. They could ask James to compile a best of.
Yeah.
I think if I was doing that, I'd rather buy. You know where they do like the demo gigs on those where they put it together as an actual gig. I'd rather listen to that on vinyl, maybe more than the very strange and wonderful pieces that are developed on those albums.
Well, I
It
would
would
think
be
for
like
me it would have to
demo
be the
versions.
full songs. So
Yeah,
Be like full demo versions.
yeah, whether you got
Well-
maybe something from a few years before it was released or something.
Well, my dear friend Gunther has offered to do the selection for free. He would.
Oh, it's good of him, yeah.
Seamus,
Thanks, Gunther, yeah.
Seamus, just buy a CD player. They're
got
really
one.
have one.
expensive.
I have
Got one.
one. I
'Cause you
have
can
one.
buy-
This is an ongoing. This
and
is
you
an
can-
ongoing conversation between
You can
myself
still
and Joe.
buy some of the making ofs for $5 at Racket.
Yeah. Which one? Which one would you recommend?
Oh, Brave.
If I'm buying one,
Would you recommend Brave?
Yeah, I love the demo version of the Brave album.
is it still available?
No, don't. You
That was the first. That was the first making of the one.
It's reissued though.
Yeah.
Right.
Reissued.
Okay. So
I think the Holidays in Eden one's absolutely fantastic.
Yes, some of the stuff that James. Yes, definitely.
I'm talking to the wrong people here, maybe. But what about Fear? Is the making of a Fear? Is it worth getting? Considering I love the album.
Yeah.
Famous. I own that. I've never listened to it.
Oh,
I can't comment. I have it. It's still wrapped up, and I admit that.
okay, right.
It's good. It's good.
I'm
It's
getting,
some nice
I'm
stuff.
getting messages through a psychic network of James going, yes, buy it.
Yes.
Okay, so another one, Happiness is Cologne. I love that recording.
Yeah.
That's a really good recording, and it's from the time when the band was releasing the Happiness is the Road albums. Maybe I don't know if there's any other decent recordings of around that time available. Is it the best recording from the tour?
Well, they put the what do you call it?
Kentish Town Forum one.
Live Here Now came
Yeah,
out
it was
from that, so
Kentish Town Forum. That was quite a good one.
yeah.
Okay, it would be nice to have something from that time period, because I really like those two albums. I actually prefer the second one to the first time. A bit strange. I think they're both great. Another one which you've already mentioned, Unplugged at the Wall. It's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
Brilliant. I mean, Radiohead cover. Well, come on, it's excellent. We also mentioned Remains of the Weekend Part 3. We need that. And here's a few crazy ones. Tales of the Engine Room.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Remix and Mitosis.
Oh God. Oh no.
These are all from Gunther.
These are coasters.
Yeah.
These are coasters, these two, yeah.
Yeah, a collection of recycled gifts.
Yes, that might be nice.
Like
Yeah.
Christmas one, yeah.
Size matters.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another big one for vinyl again, though, isn't it?
Yeah, same problem as popular music, isn't it?
And my dear friend Daniel would love to have the Berlin recordings from this summer.
That haven't actually come out yet.
Yeah.
No, he would love them in
But
vinyl.
he'd like them on vinyl.
Yeah, even if it's a 9 vinyl box set or whatever it is, he would buy it. I think we probably all would. Everybody who was at Berlin would probably buy it if they're into vinyl. It's a really, 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 really great recording if it exists.
If we're going to do future releases, then I'd like Brave with the orchestra at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
You need
Most
to sign
definitely.
Craig's petition.
Oh, I'd stand with a banner to get that.
Because this is the Royal Albert Hall concert.
Yep.
Is one of the best live recordings, in my personal opinion.
So I'm going to have to say this, but Helen and I were the closest people to the stage that night.
Where were you sat?
In front of the lighting rig on the right-hand side. So we were actually in front of the front row.
Oh, were you? Right, okay.
Yeah. So they done that and then put like a thing behind the 2 seats. There's only 2 seats on each side of that. And they asked us if we'd like to move. And we said no, we'd stay where we were because I was quite comfortable there. We'd have only been sat up with Steve Wilson and them anyway if we'd have moved.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
What a hardship that is, isn't it?
But yeah, so we were literally...
Well, I was in front of them. I was 10 rows back in front.
Yeah, Nate likes to tell people he was on the front row.
It was.
We were in front of him.
Okay.
But it was
Great gig, though.
It was a
Great
strange little
gig.
gig. The first half of that gig was tense. It was brilliant, amazing. But once he got to the end of the space, the whole night changed. It's a shame, really, that they couldn't have done a warm up there like the night before and then recorded it the second night just so they were more relaxed. But there's nothing.
Well, that's what they did Paris for, wasn't it? They did Paris and that the run of about 4 shows
Yeah.
before it to get up to speed.
I think it's just the Albert Hall because we saw Steve Wilson there and he did his first night was good, but the second night was better.
Okay.
It's
Well,
just one of them relaxing things.
I mean, didn't you come and see Stephen Wilson on the Hand Cannot Erase where he did the 2 nights?
I don't know, and Helen's not shaking her head yes or no.
Oh, right. You see, the 2 nights at Albert Hall for that were both brilliant, but the first night was way better than the second.
We came the nights where Matt Berry played the second night.
Oh, I think you're talking about To
I
the
think
Bone
the first
tour.
time he played there, yeah.
Yeah.
So have we started a petition yet to get Brave at the Royal Albert Hall?
Craig's already got it. Craig started it. He's put it to the band, and they've ignored him.
Yeah, I've got to say,
Pete was up for
venue for that.
Pete was up for it.
Yeah.
If we had to pick a venue for that, it wouldn't be the Royal Albert Hall.
Where would it be?
So I don't know.
Lowry, Manchester Lowry.
Yeah, there. That was amazing. But
my vote goes for the
Manchester.
Tambodrome.
Yeah, I'd do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an amazing. If you haven't, that really is an amazing venue.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, inside and outside.
And Berlin's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think with also the what you think in the future. I mean, that's the Racket side, but you could also look at the Warner's side. I mean, what we discussed the other week was like a complete version of Thieving Magpie on vinyl, rather than the edited version.
Yep.
They've also not had vinyl versions of Besides Themselves, I think, pretty much since the initial run, and something like Reel to Reel.
Lorelei. Live at Lorelei.
Well, also Lorelei from Lorelei, because I think there was talk about trying to hunt down like the missing material from that, but whether that will happen or not, because
it's all there. The whole gig's there now.
Yeah, it is on CD, so they could
see maybe doing something like the 3 albums that are on Curtain Call instead, and doing, because they are whole shows. And I didn't realize how much the Thieving Magpie had been put together, cut and paste kind of thing. Because when I was 17, 18, I just didn't even realize they did that for live shows. In my naivety, I thought it was a live show. I
just want Sheffield 84 to come out because I was there. But
the thing is, though, is for EMI, for Warner's, if they were going to do something like Curtain Call, I don't know if they did necessarily do Curtain Call. They'd go to the official bootleg box set and probably release the vinyls from.
I was going to say, I don't think Curtain Call is actually of good enough quality.
No, maybe not. But it'd be nice just to have the Mark Wilkinson artwork on Gatefold.
In a big format.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mark would tell you that on a Gleesy print for about 300 quid if you ask him.
Yes, I'm sure he would.
And sign it.
And sign it.
Good like that, yeah.
And Fish should sign it as well, but it costs 20
Derek the Crofter.
Would we want Rochester releasing on vinyl?
No.
It won't happen.
No. Why?
I haven't got it anymore. I gave mine to Nath.
It doesn't sound great.
It's just one of those ones that not everybody's owns.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I suppose it's in folklore, isn't it? Because if you've never heard it, then you'd want to hear it.
But at similar time, if you listen back to the CD of Piston Vogue,
oh god, no,
that's not a great recording. Awful, so it's. I think they've got to really look at the quality control of.
I think if they're going to put stuff out on vinyl, Craig's right. Price, especially of a decent quality.
What about from the first 2 H albums from Holidays in Eden and Season's End? Are there any decent recordings?
Well, there's some in the boxes, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, the problem that you've got with Season's End, though, is the Season's End box. That's not a historical gig.
Exactly.
if you want historical gig, I mean, there's the bootleg that's on the DVD, which is from Canada, if I remember right, isn't it? Is actually quite a nice recording. But also you've got, they could do Rock Steady.
Could put De Montfort out from the bootleg box, couldn't they, on
Yeah.
vinyl?
If we're going to do a season's end tour now, though, we can just do Sunday night
What do you mean?
from Port Zealand. We don't have to mess about, do we?
Well, it wasn't quite season's end, was it? It was
It's close enough.
almost. Almost.
I felt like I was 18 again.
Well, that's those mind-expanding drugs you were on.
Can we assume that we're going to get live recordings from this time around Port Zealand?
Yeah, I think so,
I
Seamus.
think
Yeah.
so. I mean, they've filmed it,
Yeah.
haven't they? So I would be
Yeah.
very surprised if not.
Because Mark mentioned in your previous episode, so from last week, today's the 17th of July, that there was some discussions about possibly not recording the first gigs for the
Yes.
next time around.
Yeah, they've talked about putting gigs in before Port Zealand,
Like
so
they used
they
to.
were more up to speed.
Yeah, and I know I'm saying it again. The live performances in Berlin, which were the last ones from that run of weekends, were tremendous.
I think
Really-
there was a big issue with that this year, though, was the whole testing of Pete thing as much as anything, with doing warm-up shows beforehand. And if he hadn't have been okay, that might have.
Yeah.
And honestly, for those weekends, just to see Pete back playing and okay, I was happy to hear the way the nights were, even the big gap on the Friday night. I just took it for granted that they planned to do that on purpose, to let him have a rest, check he was okay, know he could carry on. It was fine. And I was more concerned about him than I was about how the gigs would go on for the actual evenings. Just wanted him to be all right.
Yeah. And considering they hadn't played for, well over a year. Yeah.
Well, Pete was in great form in Berlin, and he's in great form in the next morning. I was lucky to share a hotel with the guys, and he was in great form. He was he really enjoyed himself. He was bouncing around on the second night.
And he was wearing a Middlesbrough top, wasn't he?
He was. Yes.
Steve Press gave him his Middlesbrough top to wear,
Yes.
which he then signed and gave back to Steve afterwards, which was really
Lovely.
nice.
Lovely.
Boys, we talked about the records. I think it's a big thumbs up from us.
Yes.
More, please, Mark and Racket. That would be lovely.
Yes.
Of the same quality. That would
Maybe one at a time, though.
No.
Yeah, don't do that, because we keep releasing 3 at a time. I like being married.
But the postage is cheaper.
It is.
Yes.
Good point, Seamus. Good
Yeah, but
point.
I can just pick them up in Utrecht if they come out before Christmas.
There won't be anything. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, boys. We've talked about Marillion and records, and Craig's not had much to say. So
It's been lovely, isn't it?
next week's going to be our Marillion sci-fi episode, where I won't say anything.
Hey, I've had a good day today. First 2 episodes of Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 dropped, so I'm happy as a pig in shit. So
I could see your lips moving, but that made no sense at all to me.
He was speaking in Klingon.
Boys, it's been great to speak to you. I just want to thank you on behalf of our listeners. Thank you, Seamus.
You're welcome. Enjoyed it. It's great.
Come
Great
back again
news.
and see us,
Yeah.
please. Thank you, Kieron.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Craig. Thanks for having us.
Good to see you guys. Thank you, Craig.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks for sitting there bored. All that remains to be said is it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Take care.
And still.
Stay alive.
Yay, go on, Seamus.
Go on,
Yay.
Thanks for listening to Planet Marzipan Podcast. Please like and subscribe from whichever platform you get your podcasts from. You can contact us at planetmarzipanpodcast@gmail.com and check out marillion.com, fishmusic.scot for all the good stuff.